That's the power. We are fueling the economy. So that's where I'm coming from the segregation and
So we want our own schools.
We want our own. We want our own schools beyond. And if we go to page 2 of the, we're going to show outside of the Obama one.
About the children, what are we gonna do to?
Okay, that was something. Okay. So on the my community development plan here, it has 3 components here. And the first one that I want to.
Yeah, 3 legs, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So the first thing here is community revitalization. And the reason why I put that first is because people are visual. And if our communities don't look a certain way, aesthetically, our people are not going to pay attention to anything we have to say. So that means people in here get gathered together, maybe with 5 or 6 people, and like I did the skills registry out here. If you can fix a home, if you can mow a lawn, we got our landscaping crew together, our house fixes crew together, somebody need their porch painted or whatever, we take a Saturday or a weekend and we do whatever place that we identified and marked. Those group of people will go out and make sure that they beautify that area. That's what you should do because the children are watching, they see this. They are the ones that we're counting on. So if they see that, somebody's coming into the community, and it's a group effort and a group project, and something that they enjoy doing, they actually like doing it, the kids will see that aesthetic, they'll see that community rise up, and they'll think, that's pride. Wow, there's a statue of Marcus Garvey right here. And that brick building next to them, I'm imagining. Stay with me. People like, I see it. I see a senior complex. So imagine you see on either side of the road, you see 2 Egyptian man on the left side and Egyptian woman on the right side. You see those 2 on both sides. You know you arrived to Little Africa, right, or wherever you want to call it. Within the next street is over there. It's got a brick road. And on each side of the brick road, the houses look damn good. They got a front lawn on it, ain't no toys and people's hanging around it. They cleaned it up, they beautified the little front part right there. Everything looks visually, aesthetically pleasing. This helps the community. I propose that we do this on every other 2 blocks. So for instance, okay, this used to be blocks, but do 2 blocks, leave the street off. Do another 2 blocks, leave the street off. I'm telling you why I'm doing this. It's because when we get to the credit part, the credit union part, what appraisal companies do is they assess the property value of all the property or in the next 6, I think, what is it, 25 miles or 50 miles? They do that, they do the appraisal. So if every other block ain't fixed up, how can they say our property is worth $200,000? They can say it's worth $50,000 because of the market area rate. Now that's not to say that we won't go back to that skip street and revitalize it. It's not to say that. But what will happen is we will revisit, as we keep going, we will revisit those ones. This is what I call the acceleration of the wealth gap. So when we talk about the wealth gap, we see that the top 1% have all the resources, they control all the resources, which include land for development and property. We are not ahead of them in that game because they use those assets to send their children to school, to invest in other businesses, and to travel and do other luxuries that they like to do, right? They use that equity in whatever property or land that they have to do that. So when I talk about accelerate the wealth gap, if we do the plan that I propose, and then we get going, and then we fill in the gaps thereon, we will have matched what white America is doing in 10 years. We would accelerate. So that house that you bought for $20,000 is going to be worth $120,000 in 10 years instead of the 30 years it takes you in white America. Does that make sense? Am I saying it right? Am I saying it right? And so then 10 years, sister, you won't be 50, 60, 70 years old. You'll be good, nice 40 years old. You can still, I don't know. You'll be a good 40 years old, whatever, because I don't know if we're going to implement it, and I'm just giving you my ideas. And you can what? You can quit working, you can start your business, or you can be a stay-at-home mom, You could start I don't know what you like to do, but that is how we can accelerate that growth. We have to play their game. We got to play their game.
Yes, I just want to add something to that. As you were talking about beautification, Brother Lynn Hampton for the 360 Info Network, he's working on a positive image campaign. And basically that's engaging our young people to create art. And we want to put positive images of Black people on school buses, billboards, yard signs. And I think that also helps to identify us as a culture and put, combat as a strategy to combat the negative images that we have positive images. And I just want to mention Philadelphia as a mention, an honorable mention, because in Philly, every other block, they have these beautiful murals. I've never seen murals of Black people like in Philly. And I think that's something, that's a model that we could use for our neighborhood. And they really big up their ancestors, people who did things for the city, people that they revere that are Blacks, particularly in their community. So I think that could be part of the beautification project. Those two.
One big concern that I have is we have people that look like us that aren't on our team. And so nobody ever goes to get them and remove them. East Cleveland actually is not. When I moved to East Cleveland, when there were no Black people in East Cleveland, 1972, there were no Black people here, it's all Jewish. We follow Jewish people. Why? Because Jewish people have always supported us. Okay, they extend the credit to us. They step our game up in housing. It's always been that way. When the Jewish people want to move, they then rent to us and they move to the next city. That's how East Cleveland became Black. They went to Cleveland Heights. We moved to Cleveland Heights, they go to University Heights. That's the movement. That's how it's always been. But the problem we're having right now in East Cleveland, a couple of things. The leadership is just non-existent, but you've got people on their tiny little council who are tied in. You've got a handful of Black people in East Cleveland that own substantial amounts of real estate, and they are slumlords to us.
Yeah.
Really? So it's like, okay, they have viable businesses outside of East Cleveland making millions of dollars, and they are slumlords in East Cleveland. They also represent the Middle Eastern population who owns a boatload of East Cleveland, and so you never see the Middle Eastern person. You see the Black person show up. When the light company need to get in the building, a Black person shows up. Unless you dig into records, you don't know who's representing. And me too, I'm all about it. I don't want to talk to the Middle Eastern.
I go to the auditor's website in a minute. I'm like,
so it's a big
and I trace
issue.
it down, baby.
The big issue of not removing those types of people and not holding them accountable, that is actually where you start. You wouldn't even believe, East Cleveland is this big. If you go get these 4 people and hold them accountable just for what what they own, because there's already that beautification project this past summer that was instituted by, 10,000 Fearless, which was part of the nation. Okay?
They're still working now.
And they're still doing what they do. But at the same time, they don't want to work with anybody.
They don't.
You know what I mean?
But sister, that's why we have to.
It's a problem.
We have to. It's key.